And we might tweet that out, too, as well. President Obama, ladies and gentlemen, wants to raise taxes on big oil. And he wants to use the money for his failed green energy buddies. That's coming up. But I want to go back to this Stephen Hayward piece. The terrible, no good, very bad month for the left. First came the Sandra Fluck controversy, what looked like a well-staged triumph for the left, because of a rare overreach by Rush Limbaugh resulted instead in a ferocious blowback against Bill Maher. Louis C.K., the comedian, goes on and on to describe that. Second, Obama's in full retreat and panic mode over gasoline prices and energy generally. Then came the Trayvon Martin incident, but what looked like a by-the-numbers drill. Listen to the way Hayward writes this. What looked like a by-the-numbers drill for the racial grievance industry has started to collapse beneath certain inconvenient facts, such as the facts that don't fit the narrative, such as Zimmerman's ethnicity and political party registration being Democrat and so forth. Then, of course, we have the Obamacare argument in the Supreme Court this week. And finally, yesterday, the House voted down Obama's proposed budget for the next year by a vote of 414 to nothing. He has details on all these. But the point is, I went through and I read all of these incidents and reviewed them that constitute the terrible, no good, very bad month for the left. What strikes me about every one of them is that none of what they constructed was real. What they said about me, what they said about this program, what they said about advertisers, none of it was real. What they have said about the Trayvon Martin case, nobody knows what's real there. Every one of these incidents represents an opportunity for them to implement a page from their playbook, none of which is based in reality. It's all based on stereotypes and cliches that fit the construct of the Democrat Party, which is this bunch of different constituent groups that all have to be kept happy. But once again, reality is what crushes liberalism. Reality is what crushes Obama. Reality is what's crushing Obamacare. Reality is what's crushing his energy policy. They cannot and do not live in the real world. They can't survive there.